long bus trip. You're then going into the Florida Regional this weekend. You want to preserve the arms as best as possible. And the winner's bracket, best way to go through.
Rothrock has battled back to 2-2 on Peterson and wins that battle. Out to right field for Kistler. 2 away. What is it like, though, to come in as an overwhelming favorite like Florida is, of course, in this regional? You're the number 4 national seed. To deal with that pressure, because you know if you don't advance, I mean, it's going to be a real failure for the season.
I think if you're in the right headspace, which I think Florida is, you're not thinking about losing. You're thinking about taking care of business, taking care of what's in front of you. And there is, for lack of a cliche, but there is no fear. You're going out and you're saying, I am attacking this at bat, I'm attacking this pitch. I don't really care who's in the other dugout. Yes, I'm going to do my scout, but I'm going at it as somebody who is confident in my ability.
That's fair. And down the left field line, there goes Gibson into second, sliding in with a 2-out double.
How about that? That one was hit so hard. It almost hit the umpire over at third base, but I think that was the right call. That one was definitely on the right side of that fair line.
Oh, that was really close. I'm
That
not
hit
sure.
her heel.
The home plate umpire, Chris Neighbors, is right there to potentially make that call, and David Darros is going to, like, was going over to Neighbors as well. Let's see this one more time.
I think it's in, but
But it does hit the umpire. It hits Tatum Stolting in the back as she's trying to get out of the way of it. Yeah, that is on the line. That's the correct call. I mean, David Darros was being an umpire himself, signaling for a ball as well.
He just wanted to
helping
let
everybody out.
Umpires may be distracted, getting hit by a ball, so I'll just call it ordered.
And so now Mackenzie Wittenberg swinging at the first pitch, and there it goes to Wallace. And Rothrock is out of the jam here in the 4th. Gators looking to add on to a 2-0 lead when we come back.
Some people just know there's a better way to do things. Like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Yeah, she knows. And some people don't. Like, come on. Yikes. Ugh.
5-0, Laura.
It has been a while, and with that win earlier on day 8, the Germans leapfrogged Slovakia, the U.S., and Latvia to move into second place in Group B. A win of any kind by the Americans, and they would take second place back. They drew on the tiebreaker after beating Germany 6-1 just last weekend. And Carlo, there was a lot to like from that U.S.'s win over France yesterday, and a bit of a redemption for the goaltender Alex Nedeljkovic. We thought we were going to see him in action here today, but no, it is the 19-year-old Trey Augustine making his first world start.
Yeah, and a huge start for Trey. I mean, he's come in relief twice in this tournament so far, and he's looked pretty good. And the conversation around the Americans has been really good roster, question marks in net. Alex Lyon leaves, Nedeljkovic had a rough start. Trey Augustine, now you're getting your first start for the U.S. This is your chance to show that you want to run. You want to run for that net, and you want that grab that opportunity, because the tougher part of the U.S. schedule has been passed. They got some easy games coming up here. If he goes out and shows out today, it leaves the coaching staff with a really, really hard decision to make who starts the next game. So big game for Trey, and let's hope he can follow that up now that it's his first start instead of coming in relief.
He is the second youngest goaltender to ever appear at this tournament for the U.S. We know the offense hasn't had any problem scoring goals over the last 3 games, and it was that top line combining for 8 points that did the damage against France. Not everyone's contributing. So who would you like to see step up here today?
Cole Caulfield,
Caulfield.
the guy they call Goal Caulfield in Montreal. And you talk about the U.S., the contribution they get with their top line. How about some balanced scoring in this lineup? And try to find it with Cole Caulfield, who has 0 goals right now in 4 games in the tournament. This guy is prolific at scoring goals, needs to find the back of the net, needs to help with that offense. This is his 3rd World Championship, so he should feel comfortable with that experience playing in these type of games. But for Cole Caulfield, it's a really good game against Poland right now, a team that's probably not going to provide that much of a challenge for you defensively. It'd be great for to see him get on the score sheet and get off the slump that he feels like he's on right now.
Perhaps a pad the stats kind of game coming up for
They
Team
call that
USA.
point night.
Point night.
Yes.
I like it. All right, we're taking a look here at the projected lines being set up by head coach John Hines today against Poland. Jeff Petrie, the oldest player on the roster, is back in the lineup, as is one of the youngest, that being Ryan Leonard, while both Will Smith and Matthew Kessel will sit this one out. Speaking of the U.S. head coach, Claire Hanna now with John Hines.
Poland is a team here with really nothing to lose. They're making their first top division appearance in 22 years. How do you avoid not playing down?
Well, it's the mentality we talked about really on the off day that the tournaments get shorter and shorter here, and for us to be, we gotta fight our way to get in the quarterfinals. We haven't had, our first 3 games didn't go the way we wanted to, so we're a team that has to win games. We got to get our game in order to give ourselves a chance to get to the quarterfinal. And then one of the things we're stressing with our players is, regardless of who you play, there's certain habits and the mentality we need to play with, regardless of who you play, and that's why our mindset is coming in tonight.
And here are your starting goaltenders for this game. We know all about Trey Augustine and how he made those 2 relief appearances, getting his first gold start here today. And on the other side of things, Lancaster, Pennsylvania native John Murray replies for Poland. He has been part of Polish hockey for over a decade. So that's the story when it comes to USA and Poland. There is another game that's getting closer to puck drop here on day number 8. Up next, it's all about Group A as we get you set for Czechia and Austria.
When your business needs fast, quality printing delivered on time. When a project needs to be double-checked, even checked 33 times. When every detail, the size, the material, and even the color density has to be perfect. And when you need your fans to know when and where to catch your face-melting guitar riffs. Choose U Printing. When it has to be right the first time. Start today.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
He said it would take me 4 years to graduate.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
I'm over it.
I'm over needing a prescription to get birth control. Introducing Opill, the first FDA-approved daily birth control pill that's over the counter.
Because we're over the hassle.
No prescription, no appointment, no hassle. Opill, birth control in your control.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold, brave, never a dull moment. But you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Using Mando, the whole body deodorant that I created with all body odor in mind. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, and I'm the inventor of whole body deodorant, like Mando. Mando actually stops odor at the source. Bacteria. You just apply Mando like a lotion, and it stops odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Buy it and try it for 60 days, and if you don't love it, you can return it for free. It's like body odor never even happens, and you're going to be exceptionally stink-free and smell as good as humanly possible.
The most intense spotlight on the biggest stage meets the ultimate backstab. Peter Steele gets to your show and put their name on the top. Follow non-stop coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Weekdays on NHL Network.
This is NHL Network.
Baumgartner at the horn. We'll have to see if this counts.
That was good by the sound of the horn. 1/10 of a second. Oh my word.
After the beating, they're going up the ice today. Here we go. And Austria wins it. Their first ever win against the Finns at the World Championship.
This team has so much character, and yeah, we won around history, and we're not done yet.
Yes, it was a historic day yesterday for Austria. As we heard, it wasn't just their first ever win at this tournament. Not first ever win, first win of this year at this tournament, but first ever win against Finland. That being at this tournament at the Olympics and also at the World Juniors, which brings us back to 2022 and that World Championship, where it was Austria beating Czechia in the shootout for their first